When Steve Donoghue tagged me to do this BookTube Newbie Tag 2.0, he specifically said that he hoped he'd catch the show before it was the season finale. Well, Steve, perfect timing. This is the season finale. Just kidding. Welcome, everybody, to a special episode of Brian's Book Bastion where there are a couple firsts here today. Number one being having a second video within a week. Have not done that yet, and so this will be the first for that. And number two, I haven't done any of the tags here on BookTube, and this will be the first one for me. I didn't do the BookTube Newbie Tag initially, and I know people follow these things, so there'll probably be new faces, and it's the perfect day to do it. I just woke up from a nap, so I'm in prime form here, and if you like me at my groggiest, you'll definitely like the videos after that. But we're going to do this BookTube Newbie Tag 2.0. I've printed the questions out here, and hopefully you get to know me a little bit more. Question number one, what genres would you like to see talked about more on BookTube? Now, this isn't necessarily a genre, it's more of a literary style, but I really enjoy postmodernism, as if none of you could tell from watching my previous videos. But I got into postmodernism a little bit earlier, a few years ago, with David Foster Wallace, and I know some people think that he's potentially past postmodernism, but it really honed me in on a specific subset of books and authors that I really enjoyed. And when I first started looking on YouTube for book reviews, they were specifically for these postmodern authors and these great novels from that category. And I didn't really think that it was covered super extensively. There are some authors specifically that I looked them up, like William Gaddis, who I think, after reading one of his books, could be considered one of the fathers of postmodernism, and it is a desert out there for him. And so I really think that BookTube would benefit from this postmodernism analyzation. Even though the genre is not for everybody, it'll help it be a little more complete. Question two, what do you feel is the best way to make friends on BookTube? Well, I'm pretty new, and I just have been tagged recently, but I definitely think communication is key, and it's something that I could be better at, but here I am doing a tag. When people comment on your videos, it definitely helps to comment back and be genuine about it. Don't just do it just to check it off your list. Actually try and start a conversation with these people because they're interested in your channel and what you have to say, and they're taking time out of their day to actually write something. And so I think that that is a huge part of how you can make friends on BookTube, and then also going to other people's videos as well. And this is where I could improve. I'm a huge lurker on BookTube. I go to a bunch of videos throughout the day and then don't actually say anything, but I'm trying to get better about it and comment on the videos, and so I hope you see me a little bit more active in the months to come. Question number three, what do you enjoy the most about making BookTube videos? I definitely think that making these videos has allowed me to engage with the books I'm reading a lot more, just because I know I have to talk about them. And I've mentioned this in previous videos on the channel, but I get to certain parts that I really segment out in my mind as being something significant in that chapter or that section of the book, and thinking this will be a great thing to talk about on the channel. And so I analyze it a little bit deeper and get a lot more meaning out of it. And the thing is a lot of those sections that I do that for, I don't actually end up saying anything about them when I actually get to my book reviews. And so overall, it's just allowed me to engage more because I have that looming presence of the video throughout the week. That makes me pay attention more. It makes me enjoy continuing to make those videos so I can continue to engage with those books a little bit deeper. And the second thing, I really enjoy editing. I think there are some videos that employ that more than others, and I've seen a few booktubers talk about editing specifically. A lot of them don't like it or don't like videos that are edited. I personally do, and I find once I have filmed and then sat down on my computer to actually do the post-production, it's really relaxing. I kind of find it to be a cathartic experience to just sit there and really get into where the perfect cuts are and what would be kind of a creative way to present the information. And so I really enjoy both of those about making videos. Question 4, what do you least look forward to when making BookTube videos? First of all, setting up. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but to just get everything in its right place, to have the camera here, the mic set up here, making sure I'm in the middle, which I don't even know if I am for this video. Like I said, I did just wake up from a nap, but fingers crossed there. But setting up and then specifically filming. I feel like I'm pretty self-aware of what I'm doing in front of the camera, and it makes me a little nervous. And, as much as I try and laugh it off or whatever else, the filming of it is the most nerve-wracking part. Like I said, once I get to the post-production, it is all good. But when I'm filming, it's a little iffy there. Question 5. What videos other than tags, TBRs, wrap-ups, reviews, and recommendations would you want to see more of? I personally have really enjoyed doing the general discussion videos. I have a few that are interspersed between the book reviews. It kind of has become a 1-to-1 ratio. There may be a few exceptions in the back catalog of the channel, but the general discussions where you're just kind of talking about literary ideas, I think those are not only engaging to everybody, because not everybody would have read whatever book you're talking about, but it can get people into the discussion that have been lurking on your channels, in all honesty, and get you to meet who your audience is. And plus, I just think a lot of those questions are really interesting, like with the video that happened on the 4th of July, what is the great American novel, which nobody really said anything on, but that general discussion, at least for me, made me think more deeply about that concept of the great American novel. And there are other discussions that have shaped what I want to read next because of the content of that discussion. And so I think that those videos are really solid, and I'd love to see more of those. Question number 6. What are some themes you want to see more of or less of in books? I really want to see more well-done nonlinear timelines. I did a whole video on this, and what spurred me to do it was Catch-22, because I thought that that was just a prime example of the nonlinear timeline, and I thought that that nonlinear timeline added to that book so much, and it made me want to find more. And I did get a suggestion from somebody that had commented in one of the videos on what to explore next, and that'll be coming up in a later episode. But I just think I want to find more examples of books that can do that nonlinear timeline really well, because if you do it in a way that's not just confusing, it can be such a benefit to adding suspense to certain events in books, or making something seem very casual and reveal it to be a way bigger deal at the end. I think Catch-22 did that so perfectly by revisiting scenes over and over, and each time elaborating on it a little bit more. And I thought that because of that, that book stood out so much and definitely raised it up to that classic level. Question number 7. What are some of your BookTube goals? So somebody in a recent video said that it was better not to have goals that you don't control, and I totally agree with that. I don't think that I have any goals that are having to do with views or likes or comments, though they are nice when they come around. I really just have other goals that have to do more with me. And so the first one that I've talked about multiple times, the reason I started the channel in the first place, is to just read 20 books and do a video for each of them by the end of the year. And so I've always said it's a modest goal. I'm not a hardcore reader here on BookTube. I just enjoy the books that I do get to and hope that I can share that enthusiasm with you all. But 20 books would be the first goal, and then just finishing out the year strong. I've done a video a week since the end of January, and I hope I can continue to do that. And then I don't know if this will happen because I started later in January, but because of Steve tagging me in this, I'm getting an extra video in there. But it would be cool to have 50 videos by the end of the year, just to have a good number to tell people, I've done 50 videos this year. That sounds pretty significant. So I think those are the goals for me. Question number 8. What advice would you give a booktuber that has just created their channel? Just keep doing it. You will get momentum as you go. When I first started, I really didn't have that much of an audience. I had a few people that watched consistently, like my girlfriend and my sister and my brother-in-law, but it really didn't go much farther than that. I just had found ways to post my videos in relevant places, like certain subreddits on Reddit where people actually wanted to see content about a certain author or a certain novel. And so those helped pick up the momentum a little bit. And then now that I've reached this point in the channel's history, I think that it's starting to pick up a little bit more, and I'm noticing more interactions, and it's just cool to see. I mean, I didn't really expect this channel to get super big. Again, it was just kind of an intrinsic thing. But now that things are starting to pick up, it's just been a lot of fun. So just keep doing it even when it seems like you're not getting a huge audience response. I'm pretty sure you will if you keep doing it. Question number 9. What are some qualities or traits that you look for when it comes to watching other booktubers? I'd say being passionate and knowledgeable in that order. I think somebody that really enjoys what they're reading and really enjoys what they're doing on BookTube, I think those people have such a magnetic appeal. It's somebody that you want to watch and watch all the way through. And it seems kind of weird to say knowledgeable second, but some people have a very defined level of reading, and if they really, really enjoy it, I definitely gravitate toward those people. There are some people that are knowledgeable, but sometimes it can be a drag through the mud or anything like that. But if you're passionate, I think that that's fantastic. But when you're passionate and knowledgeable, that is the winning combination right there. And so anybody that is that combination and that has some interests that are closer to mine, I think those are all traits that I look for in other booktubers. Question number 10. What is a fun fact about you or a hobby besides reading and writing that people on BookTube might not know you have? So I am a musician, and it was more obvious in my previous videos before I was sitting in front of the bookshelf here. I actually had a piano that was sitting to the side of me, and it was very prominent. And some of the side shots that I have during the cold opens on some of the videos showed a few of the other instruments that are lying around here. But I've been a musician for a very long time. I actually have a second channel that has been very, very dormant this year. There was a time that I was uploading to both this channel and that one every single week. And around here, that music was getting pretty popular. Wait a second, can I hear my neighbors listening to it right now? But it is super fun. I like recording on the side. I used to be a recording studio engineer and did some session work for a few people, and still do a little bit today. I had a session a couple weekends ago, and so I don't know, it's fun, and I hope I can get some more original music incorporated in some of these videos in the future. I've had a few in the past, but I would definitely like to step that up. But yeah, hobbies on the side, I'm a musician. Question number 11, what booktubers do you tag? So these three are all pretty new, and they cover a lot of ground among the three of them as far as their book choices go. And so the first one would be Graham Quigley. His channel has been really great, and he's been getting a fantastic start. And then the other two, I think they've done the BookTube Newbie tag, but not 2.0. So if they're really looking to be hip here, they could do this as well. So it's Luukashist Books and The Medieval Reader. And that's it for me. I hope my napping didn't impede this video at all, but I'd just like to thank Steve again for getting me out there and doing another video and getting involved in the community a little bit more. I really appreciate that. And as far as the seasons that I'm working on, I don't really have any. I kind of like doing the episodes just because it's an easier way for people to see which videos came before or after. And so if any opinions had changed, there can be points like episode 37 was when he changed his mind on this. And I know the dates are down below, but I think that this is just an easier way for people to categorize the videos in that way. But season 1's still going strong all the way till the end of the year, and I hope you guys continue to follow the channel all the way until 2018. Hey, doing tags. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you for the next video. Period. End of video.